guys, and welcome to episode 3 of our Divinity playthrough. Last episode we were able to meet the last of the characters that we could have join our team here in the future. We visited with Thane for a second time and found out that he is truly an undead skeleton. And we have explored the second deck all the way except for the Death Fog door. And today we're going to finish up exploring the little bit of this deck, and then we're going to get up to the third deck. And hopefully we can get off this boat in this episode. We will see how far we get. So if you missed the last episode or the first one, I would recommend you go back and take a look at those. Besides that, I hope you guys enjoy this episode.
The moment you touch the door, your belly goes hollow and your skin goes pale.
We're going to pull open the door.
It doesn't budge.
Use your key.
The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
Looks like we got a new journal update here. So we armed ourselves. The Merryweather was carrying Death Fog, a poisonous gas used by the Divine Order in the last war. It is best avoided. Alright, so we'll try to grab what we can here without dying to the Death Fog.
Death Fog! I need to get out of here now.
Let's see if we can grab this without dying. And we did. Nice. Anything else? We'll take the sword. Got some barrels to search through. And on we go to the next area. So I think I haven't completely decided yet on what I want to do for the character I want with us, because as I have said before, that I'm gonna end up doing Lone Wolf, which means we can have at least one other character with us when we travel. And I'm thinking we might do Losa just because I kind of enjoy her and her storyline, in that I've seen a little bit of. And here's our first look at the Voidwoken. Alright, let's see. This guy's closest to us. I'm gonna angle it kind of like this. Hopefully cause some ice to slip up the other guy. Perfect, he's frozen. I'm gonna use Flesh Sacrifice to give myself an extra action point, with the sad thing of losing a little bit of our HP, but that's okay, because now they are both stunned and frozen. Alright, hit you with my staff, and I stunned myself. Nice, that's what I was hoping for. Hit pretty hard here. I think I should be able to kill him. There we go. I'll electrify him. And I, of course, stun myself again. But there we go, he is dead. Now I just need to wait for our stun to wear off. Alright, and here's our first look at the Voidwoken that was summoned by Wendigo all that time ago. Back in episode 2. A lot of tentacles. Alright. And let's rest up real quick. Move on. Let's see what's up here. Which, of course, decides to blow things up, but we'll see what's up here. Make our way slowly. Sure, we'll take some thread. So, pick up that. Oh, we can carry that. We're just a little overweight. Oh, okay. Well, I guess carrying that was useless. it's fine. We still got up here either way. Improvised wand. Like I said before, I won't be using that. I'll mainly be using the staves and stuff. Alright. So that top bit, is done and over with. Alright, so the next area I believe should just be go down this way. I think that's... No, we don't want to miss this crate. Alright.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
Perfect. Let's see what these guys have to say.
Shut your kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Call the dwarf a yellow-bellied coward. You'll return to the lower deck and check for survivors.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
And now we can see where the little kids had gone. Help survivors escape the lower deck. We're going to check the lower deck for survivors. Alright, here we go. Back down we go. Even though realistically I would probably be running off the ship, but we're gonna go a little more heroic with this person.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait! Voidwoken!
You got more of these guys. Can we hit both of them? I think so. Alright, perfect. Another one of those. By you. Alright, next round you should be done.
On my watch.
Yeah, now we get to see some of the battle styles of all the different people. And yeah. I honestly feel like I am the weakest link in this group right now.
They who are about to try.
Why didn't you attack the person right next to you? But it works.
Let the games begin.
Please don't fall over. Alright, he's done. She'll probably quickly take him out. There we go, another one.
Worse.
Random health potion, even though I don't think he got hit at all. I feel like we're gonna just sit here for a while while these guys do their thing. Nope, there we go, they're all done. Gather everything up from these guys we can while everyone else heads on out.
The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Well, yeah, but you know, at this point I just want to get everything I can. We'll decide later on whether or not we actually truly are gonna die. We'll make our way up eventually. Alright, that's all of it. So, I guess we head back to the lifeboat now.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar.
Oh, we'll go see what she wants.
Sounds like
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Look around for some way to help her.
With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Take the cloth and hold it tighter to the wound and try to stem the bleeding.
Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound.
It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. C1 clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Continue holding the cloth to the wound. Take Siwan's hand and try to help her stand.
C1 struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
And looks like this is the end of the ship.
Ripping the ship apart!
Oh, so yeah, that's the thing that was attacking our ship.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Huh.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Alright, and here we are, Fort Joy. Looks like
Those
we got a
Voidwoken
lot of
made short bloody
updates.
work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor?
Alright,
It
so it looks
seems
like
someone,
we have to
something
escape from
wanted
Fort
me
Joy.
alive.
We escaped the sinking Merryweather and washed up on the Isle of Reaper's Eye. Fort Joy looms. Find someone to help you remove your source collar. I'll need help removing my source collar. I'm bound by a magical collar that cannot be removed. The Merryweather sank and all aboard are seemingly lost. Some of the passengers were trapped between decks, but we fought off the Voidwoken and made it out of the ship. Attracted by the source unleashed in the explosion, a gigantic Voidwoken attacked the ship. I came to on the shore near Fort Joy. Was it luck or divine intervention that saved me? As the sea took me, a powerful presence told me that this was not my time to die. A task of great importance lies before me. Alright, so I guess we're kind of special. Hopefully either that or we just got some luck, good luck getting out of there. Alright. And now this is truly when the adventure will start to happen, because now we have more room to explore and more things to find. Again, I'm going to try to go through and talk to as many NPCs as I can, just to see what's gonna happen with them. Like this little boy right here.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
We're gonna use the elf response. Ask him why not. What has he heard about our kind?
Well, elves eat people and their pets. Elves don't know the alphabet.
Chuckle, tell him he's heard mostly wrong. You've never eaten a pet, and you would only eat a person if they asked you to.
The child's eyes grow wide.
People ask you to eat them?
Nod, it's how elves share memories.
Really? Neat. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
Ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
Tell him they may well be wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than inside.
Ask him if his parents know where he is.
They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home.
Say it isn't safe out here. Our ship was attacked by Voidwoken not far off the shore.
But you didn't die.
Ask him why he doesn't seem scared.
Guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
And then I'll tell him that we survived the Voidwoken attack by the skin of our teeth. He should really find somewhere safer to go.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Well, I guess we're truly seeing how this place is run. Kids separated from their parents. Danger apparently inside the town that is supposed to be safe and meant for us to get healed, even though we were kind of forced here with no choice. Alright. Come over this way.
Voidwoken! Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
I'm going to come back to that battle here a little later when we get our companion. But yeah, it looks like this episode will probably be the episode that we end up finding our companion. So yeah, I think we'll go with Losa. Just because I like
Look
her.
here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. Was that? Yes, I did see how it managed to survive an attack by the great Acorn's servants. Impressive, just as you say. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great Acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, but I see. You are a cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it escaped the great Acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe.
Laugh and tell him he's quite welcome to follow in your shadow.
Egad, it speaks our tongue, Quercus. Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Solora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great Acorn waits for no one.
I really do like him. He is more than welcome to follow me around if he so chooses. Alright, and here's the Red Prince. We're probably not going to pick him up, but we'll say hi to him while we pass on by.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
Smirk and tell him his slave has come to report for duty.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, 2 smoldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
And a dutiful servant you are too. The chances are I wouldn't have survived that shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your master down that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Tell him you're glad to be of help. Doesn't do to stand idly by when people are in danger.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom. Now then, if there's nothing further,
Ask what he's doing here, standing on that rock.
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Say that you see memories. Childhood days spent in the sun.
Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
Ask what he means by lost exactly.
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
We're going to use the scholar response. A red-head lizard? That can only mean one thing. He's the notorious Red Prince.
The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
I say it's been absolutely riveting, but at that you have to dash.
Then by all means, dash.
He watches you depart without another word, then turns back to face the sea.
Yeah, of course he will always be there if we do end up deciding later on that we want him instead of Losa, but I think I'll stick with Losa for this playthrough. And I've been thinking, and I'll probably have her as a summoner, just because that will be beneficial, because then we can have extra people onto our team when we're in battle without losing the lone wolf buff. Alright, what else?
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
Oh, well,
It seems we're not the only ones taking on strays.
Oh, sure.
The cat's
man.
eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me.
Insist that you aren't following it. It approached you.
What? No, that can't be. I can't... Hey, stop following me.
Ask the cat if it's feeling okay.
Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
Wonder where he came from.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
Alright, so now we got a little cat and a squirrel and a skeleton cat following us. That's how all great stories start, right? Awesome, a shovel. We'll need that to dig anything up if we find something. Take that. Alright, and I probably won't do a ton of exploring right now. I'll mainly be wanting to go grab Losa so we can have that extra companion with us. But a little bit is quite alright. Plus, I believe we have to get into Fort Joy in order to even find her. So, we will continue that way. Looks like something's happening here with the Magisters. So we'll see what's
Now
going on.
stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Make yourself small. You'd rather not get noticed now.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
These magisters are no joke in their discipline.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
Okay.
Come. We'll be needed elsewhere.
Well then. Looks like we leveled up and got some journal entries. Alright. Bishop Alexander and his right hand Dallas the Hammer slaughtered a magister for helping sorcerers escape the island. Before her execution, Magister Atusa refused to name her accomplices. Who are these dissidents? Find the dissident magisters. Alexander and Dallas executed a treacherous magister. Other rebels in the order may help us escape. Alright, so I guess our goal is to try to find some people to help us, of course. And ooh, Atusa's leg. We can put that elf ability to good use right now.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas. He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot.
Alright, I read that one. Magister Atusa's flesh revealed her intentions to liberate someone named Verdas from the fort. So I guess we're searching for Verdas today. At some point. And let's level up real quickly. Alright, I think I'm going to pick up thievery here just because we'll be able to do a little bit of lock picking that way. And I am going to pick up just 1 point into Huntsman. You'll find out about that a little later on, maybe in the next episode. How's our spell slots looking? Looks like we got 1 memory slot left to use. So I'll save the memory. I'll do I'll do 1 in strength and 1 in constitution. So there we go. And we'll sort that out.
Come on, old man.
And we'll head on in. See what's going on. Alright. I know I just said I would try to talk to everyone, but Losa is right there, so let's add her to our team real fast.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube, and you were you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape?
So you're not sure. You fell into the water and you were nearly lost.
Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean.
Nah, tell her there was a strange voice. It seemed to want you to survive.
I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only.
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks.
Gently call out to her and ask if she's alright.
Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Frown and ask why she's acting so strangely.
Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit hospitable.
Tell her she's going to have to elaborate.
Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
We're going to use the mystic response. Say you may understand her better than she thinks.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted.
Tell her that looks can be deceiving.
Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy?
We're going to say you heard the accommodations are especially and had to see for yourself.
So true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that.
Say that sounds like a good idea.
It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if, when, push comes to shove. Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be?
We're going to say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if she knows much magic.
Don't know if you could tell, but mysticism's kinda my speciality. Let's get into the nitty-gritty while we're at it. What sort of magic are you interested in?
And then we'll go with the conjurer one, someone that can summon aid to the battlefield.
Sounds fine. So, we're good to go?
Nod, that settles it.
Yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way.
And that is why I like Losa, just because of the fact that she just has just random moments like that. Looks like her shield's better. Don't have any armor really for her besides a bucket helmet. We're the bucket gang. And it looks like her wand's just as good as the wand I have, so. How's the staff compared to mine? Yeah, I'll stick with the air for now. Alright, let's see what these guys are up to.
Dear one, help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
When I say this sounds like little more than a shakedown in disguise.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Say that if he chooses to harm her, you won't stand by and watch.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in.
Alright, I'm in a battle now. hit both of them without harming anyone else. Alright, and then we'll do another flesh sacrifice. Perfect. And electrocute her. Alright. Alright, Losa. Let's see what you got. And summon us a little incarnate. And then a totem for good measure. Alright. I'll save the mosquito swarm, and we'll just attack twice with him. Oh, apparently it's his turn again, so I'll finish him off. And I'll use Mosquito Swarm on her. Oh, I forgot that's physical damage. But that's fine, it would have taken more AP to move him up. Quick and easy.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Alright, and we'll loot these bodies real quick. But before we head down to the beach, we will probably end the episode. And I'll equip this before I forget. Her that one so she has a little bit of armor. Alright guys, so I think we'll end the episode there just because we're about at 30 minutes, but I think it'll be a little longer than that. So next episode we'll probably go back and attack those Void Oaken and then explore more of the town, go down to that cave the elf was talking about and talk to some people there. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more of this. And I hope you guys have a great day.